Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the tomfoolery that is my little corner of the internet. Today, I am finally finishing the Mac Miller documentary. It's been a minute. We have 45 minutes left. We're seriously just gonna get into it. I'm trying my best to keep my intros just non-existent because I already yap enough.
Shut the fuck up.
Make sure if you like it here, if you like the vibes, the community, make sure you leave a like, please subscribe, leave a comment, a recommendation, perhaps some Mac Miller song recommendations, because after this documentary, he's officially introduced to the channel.
The thing is, the guy that you're with is Mac Miller, right?
Oh my God!
When you were here before, he was a dancer. Or no, he's a rapper. He was with you.
We performed together on your show. We were babies.
And I asked you.
Wow, that's so.
I asked you something about him, and you said, "Oh, I'm his homie," and now he's living in your homie.
I'm sorry. I hate Ellen. I hate Ellen. Okay, hate is a strong word. I strongly dislike a lot of these women that run these shows. I think Oprah is such a bitch. Ellen. We've been told that you are not a nice human being. The only one that I feel like, is tolerable is like Kelly Clarkson in her show. I don't know who watches it, but like she seems pretty drama free. But like, what is that one? The View with like, oh no. I mean, Wendy Williams was iconic. Bless her soul. I know she's still alive, but like she's not all there. Anyways, I digress.
But you're with him, right? And you're happy and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay.
Thanks.
That's good. Good talk.
But I'm saying like the music we make is fantastic together. So like I'm not gonna like not
play it down.
I'm not gonna not do that because you know what I mean. It's different. It's a new thing that I'm experiencing.
Don't be ashamed of your boo.
I'm not ashamed at all. Why are you even flipping like that?
About her like you do about getting crossed over.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
It's fine.
I think it's because like especially people who are in the public eye, everyone just feels like they have the right to have an opinion on their relationship and what they do in their personal life. And at the end of the day, like it's none of our business. It really is not. Like I'm nosy. I like to know. But I could see why he would come from such a like low-key irritated type of perspective, because it's got to be so annoying when every single person is asking you the same shit and everyone has an opinion on what you do in your own personal romantic life. Like I could never be famous for real, truthfully. My personal life would just have to be like off the internet completely.
Because we are two people who are in love and have a great relationship doesn't mean that I'm gonna get weird about this incredible music that we also make. Like, you mean that's fine. But look, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is like, yeah, we are together. Cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Like I'm just saying, but my album's out and I'm going on tour.
And the album's out right now.
Pleasure working with you. Good stuff.
I'll be in touch.
For sure.
Bruh.
Hello.
How are you doing right now? You seem very clear-headed, happy. You seem like in one of the best spaces I've ever seen you in.
I'm really good. No super dark, wild clouds of depression over me every day. That's cool.
Yo, Mac, what's up, man? Do you want anything from the bar?
I'm good, man.
You're good. What are you drinking now? What is that?
This is 8 shots of espresso over ice.
Does that have something to do with the sober life? Congratulations, I know you are 60 plus days sober.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I've spent a lot of my life faded all the time. Which was cool.
Hey, and we thank you for that as fans. As fans, we thank you for that.
I've proved to myself that I can be faded all the time, make great music and make it day to day and carry on.
What did you have to drop out of your life, like the addictions and all the things that you were connected to that was keeping you in a hole? You didn't even realize it.
Drinking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, just being completely clear-headed was like that was the new high.
That was the new adrenaline,
you know what I mean?
right?
Because it's like, oh wow, like I'm feeling things, and I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to create. I had enough. I think I just got tired of creating from that place, from that space, about that space, because it's like all of this like just drugged out, like depressing, like talking about like sadness and all of that.
Which honestly is like such a good point, because I actually mentioned this in my previous Juice WRLD reaction, just like an open thought of whether Juice WRLD's music would be what it was if he was sober. And that's not to say that it wouldn't be, or it would be any less amazing. But there is something to say about the fact when you are under the influence, like you see life so much differently. I mean, I feel like you see it on this channel constantly, you know? Not that there's like a crazy parallel between me drinking and not drinking, but like, you know, at the same time, when I'm high, my thoughts may sound deeper, but at the same time, they can also be a lot darker. Same thing with alcohol, you know, like you tap into this different emotional concept of the world and this different perspective. And it can be great sometimes when you're trying to detach from everything you're feeling, but it can also be really unhealthy when you start to depend on it to detach from everything you're feeling. You know what I mean? Because it's life. We're meant to experience it at its fullest capacity, and sometimes just do as I say, not as I do, okay? I should probably take a couple of months off of wine, but yeah, we're not doing that.
Stuff. It gets, because for as much music as I make, when you do that all the time, it gets repetitive.
What was the tipping point, Mac, if I can ask? To going sober.
I you know what? I think I was just tired, man. Like I needed to take some time to figure out what was important in my life.
The interesting thing about this album, it sounds like a woman is your new vice, not drugs.
The love is like I've always been fascinated by that, the similarities between
love and drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really feel like the two things can affect a human being in a very similar way.
You're talking about fucking a lot on this album.
Well, I mean, it's like the euphoria, you know, and it sucks because like when you're in love, if you've ever truly, genuinely been in love, no matter how it ended, right? When you first felt that, it's like this high that you just want to chase and you want it to just keep getting better and better and better. And you're so excited to see this person all of the time. And like you're thinking about the future and plans and everything that your life is now going to be because you have this person. And a lot of times, truthfully, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like for me, I drank a lot less when I was in a relationship. But it had nothing to do with like a control type of aspect, at least not in my most previous relationship, right? It had everything to do with the fact that I was 100% content in my life, that I didn't feel the need. I would, of course, like drink wine and smoke and everything when I felt like it, but I didn't feel like I had to, which is kind of sad. We need to start putting that love back into ourselves. All of you in your single era, like seriously, start loving yourself the way you love other people, because you see how that changes lives. You see how that affects people, how much happiness you can provide. Like, just imagine what it would be if you gave just an ounce of that to yourself, which I know if you're anything like me, you don't be doing. But 2025, it's different. We're going to start loving ourselves the way we want to be loved.
Too, man. It's like a nymphomaniac through this album, man. I feel like I'm living out my teenage years.
Hey, man, fucking's a part of love, man.
Yo, that's true.
It is. You know what's funny is I didn't realize how sexual this album was.
It's sexual as fuck, bro.
I didn't realize until I put because it just started and it's me and Thundercat in the studio.
Oh,
and
Thundercat.
Yeah, this is my guy.
Sexy, nasty.
Yeah, that song was such like a journey to create.
We just played the big one featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites
off the album.
Yeah, it's one of my absolute favorites. Just like the when them drums come in, man, it's like it's a feeling. I just like, I love this album. To me is almost hypnotizing in a way, where it just kind of puts you somewhere and
takes you to a place.
Right. And then like you stay there.
Hearts on my timeline. Bullet to your rose, then I want your pedal fold. Don't you know your body been mine? I know you know, I know. Sexy, nasty, have no guideline. One day for time, you don't mind, then I don't care.
Mac Miller, honestly, to me, is like the Bob Ross of rap. Like when you listen to him, it's like he's just having this creative flow in everything that he does, and he makes it look so effortless. You know, the way Bob Ross just like paints his picture. He's like, okay, we're just gonna make a couple of trees. Meanwhile, like the trees look realer than the ones I see from my balcony. You know, like he just has this like majestic, peaceful, like Mac Miller would kill some ASMR. He just has such a like soothing, safe personality.
Your divinity has turned me into a sinner. God is and your beauty.
Do you see yourself making music forever?
Yes, without a doubt. Like, I have to be involved in music for the rest of my life. What is how I get what's in out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's the only way for me. I did the damn thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I had a great time.
You had a lot of fun, bro.
I had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun currently,
That's
but
good,
like
that's
it's
good.
different fun. But like you know,
Man, Mac Miller, man, you been solid from day one for me, man. I like that, man. You started off as an underdog. Now look at you, man. You got a beautiful woman, you know, who outsells you. And you stay consistent, putting together music that doesn't let down your fans, but also at the same time open doors for new fans. And I think the Divine Feminine is exactly that. Stay consistent, continue success, and then next time you come up, man, bring a verse with you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna come back with the fire.
That's what the mom man Mac Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
Sexy nasty. Have no guideline. One day for time. You don't mind, then I don't care. God is fair.
I need to feel your touch. You don't refill too much. The flyest. The thing with me and Rick is he's been someone who's just been a really great friend and ear. I remember that the first thing he ever said to me was like, he came out, you know, bring you out and get you some tea. You're sitting looking at like a really beautiful view. He comes down the stairs and he sits down next to me, and the first thing he said was, tell me everything. There he is. I'm back, man. I got another record.
Yeah, and you look good, man. There's light in your eyes.
Thank you. Thank you. There it is.
Was there light in your eyes when you started making this album?
Yeah.
There was.
A lot. You know, I went on a journey with it, like any record, and it took a long time for me to even figure out what it was.
People take a look at the last 12 months of your life, the fact that you haven't been visible online, you haven't been out there saying anything, which is
been so good.
Which
Oh
must
my
feel great, by
God.
the way. I was gonna say.
You have no idea, dude. Oh my God, it's so nice.
It's so his energy is just so vibrant and radiant, and these documentaries are so bittersweet when we know how they end, because you see these moments of just like pure joy, you know. And I can only imagine what it was like to lose Mac as a person who followed him, you know, at the time. What the fuck am I saying, guys? I got high as hell, per usual. I knew I shouldn't do that. We're just gonna listen, and then I'll formulate a thought while we listen.
It's so nice, because you gotta understand, like, I used to wake up in the morning. You wake up and you reach for your phone.
Yeah.
And me, like, I can find any story I want about myself. Do you know what I mean? So I used to look at my phone, scroll through Twitter and Instagram, and get my ego stroked and destroyed in 5 minutes every morning. Do you know what I mean? Like someone being like, you are the greatest thing ever. You suck. Like that's how I started my day. Like I haven't been on the internet, so, people have assumed that I'm, like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Like,
why did you drop off line?
I don't know. It just all seemed kind of like unimportant.
I'm always saying now. That's kind of a scary thought, though, because I feel like that's true for a lot of us. Even without being a famous person, like how many people would really know about your life if you didn't post something, whether it be Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or just anywhere to let people know you're alive. Like who would really check on you if social media wasn't a thing? It's just kind of unfortunate that that's how we check on each other. Like social media is such a blessing, but it's also such a curse because I think you lose a lot of the genuine connection you're supposed to have with people. And it becomes like you become detached from people and people become detached from you because it's so easy for them to just reach you on an app or through a text message. They don't actually have to interact with you. They don't actually have to, I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Change, but I ain't the same. Everything is different. I can't complain. You don't know what you're missing. Shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. And everything is strange. That's just a game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. We was getting lifted, now we getting paid. Shame on you. Like I was in love with somebody. We were together for 2 years. We worked through good times, bad times, stress, and everything else. And then it came to an end, and we both moved on. And it's that simple, And
but was it stressful?
Life is stressful. Do you know what I mean? So of course there were stressful times. Look, it's not that unique. Please hold me down. I keep my head above the water. So when all the press happened, right, with the breakup and the DUI, and because I have a past with all that stuff,
right?
Like when I made the Divine Feminine, that was when I put that record out. That was the first time I had a clear head in 10 years.
That's right.
Whenever that happened, everyone's like, "Yo, you must be," like the story painted itself. It's too easy to be like, "Oh, here he goes back to what we, back to what we're used to."
What did happen?
I lived a certain life for 10 years and faced almost no real consequence at all. Bustin', my dick, your mouth, no discussion. It's all happening, I must be imagining. Take a hit, time traveling. Turn up the motherfucking volume. Yeah. We're in LA right now. I forgot how much I love LA. It's fucking beautiful, man.
When you're high, this shit sounds so weird. It sounds very weird in my ears right now. It's like all of these different frequencies, high notes and low notes. What?
Malcolm's here. That's me, Malcolm Mac Miller.
So special guest, Malcolm.
Yeah, man.
Mac Miller,
man. He has a
everybody.
new album out, Swimming, man,
And it's flame. So I was at Malcolm's house the other night. He was like, "Do you see my Tiny Desk? I wore your bracelet." He wore an internet bracelet on Tiny Desk.
Hey, man.
I was like,
Shout out to
hey,
man. Own brand out here, man. That's tough.
And then Thundercat came over that night. I was like, wait, could you try a bass line? Swear to God that was the first thing he played. Like, not even checking the notes, but he literally picked up the bass. And that was just the first thing he naturally did.
Saying nothing without it, yeah. Don't let them keep you down. What if I don't need it, but there's something about it, yeah. And that just freaks me out, yeah. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little, what's the use, yeah.
What do you feel about this song? Because you're covering tough subject matter, but you're doing it in a way that's making us groove.
I just like having something that comes on and it makes people want to like move in a different way.
Okay, we colder than the breeze, but the breeze ain't blowing like me, motherfucker, hold up. You don't need to hold up.
The Bob Ross of rap, of music, of what category is Mac Miller, because he's more than rap. What genre would he fit best in? I feel like all of them. The way he can pick up an instrument and just create a melody so effortlessly. And then lyrically, he's like, guys, mind blown.
And I can show you what it seems, what it is, what it truly might be. Nothing that you know of. You don't need to hold up. I'm so above and beyond. Take drugs to make it up, way up where we on. Space shuttle Elon. Time we don't waste much. Fuck when we wake up. Then I have her sang just like Celine Dion. Catch me if you can, but you never catch me. Damn. Whole lot of yes I am. All the way in with no exit plan. Already left in the jet, don't land. Yeah, the time is ticking. Come take a ride, get inside. This is highly different. I'm talking fly, got a pilot with him. Yeah, can I mime up in.
Guys, if you pay attention to each of these different people in the band, each one of them is like a different version of me high. Does everyone see you a little high in this video, guys? No. Mac is in his sober state, but everyone else, you know, it just feels like those high vibes. Like, I could really go for a coloring book right now, to be honest. That had nothing to do with this documentary. I'm sorry.
Why you tripping? Give you something that your eyes can witness.
I don't know how comfortable I am making a beat on live. I actually think I'm very uncomfortable. There we go. It's a Band-Aid. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. I think it's probably one and done. Yeah, everyone go watch I have a cut on my... Don't pick your hangnails, kids. Don't fucking do it. There we go. There we are. Alright, that's not gonna help at all, but we'll run it. Alright. Did that copyright? No, it didn't. Alright. Okay. I have that copied right. Alright. I'm gonna hate this. Fucking A. All right.
World, the rapper Mac Miller is dead at the age of just 26. The Pittsburgh native's real name was Malcolm McCormick. TMZ reports the rapper died of an apparent overdose and was found dead at his Los Angeles area home. Miller reportedly had a history of substance abuse. He was arrested for a DUI in May after crashing his car. Just yesterday, the rapper tweeted out that he was excited for his tour to start next month.
It's high. Bring it down here. I think she's got that on the other side.
Ambulance traffic, 500, Universal, Highway Drive, 37,
Just a great kid, man. A great kid. Nobody had anything bad to say about him. You could see by the reaction on Twitter. This is, it's too much. Really, drugs just aren't cool, and I don't know what happened. Nobody does at this point.
Man, it's a tough day for the rap community.
It sure is.
With the passing of, young legend Mac Miller.
He was a fucking, such a beautiful fucking dude and such a sweet dude and loved everybody. And I grew up listening to his music and he really inspired me. And it fucking sucks, man.
What was your best memory of him? How do you think he should be remembered?
I just remember he was just too sweet, super nice, and we played beer pong at the studio and kicked ass. And we're supposed to do an album, and
man,
but I love him to death, and we're all thinking about you, and we miss you, buddy, very, very much.
What could have been done more? You had substance issues.
This is The Internet Presents The Internet. It's a special day. We are appreciating life today. We just lost one of our best friends, Malcolm Mac Miller. He was our guest on the last episode. And we are doing our best to learn from this experience.
Everyone has the exact same experience with Mac. He made everybody feel special.
Yeah.
He made you feel like you were best friends. Whether it was like 5 minutes with him, like an hour with him, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. When I think of Mac right now, in the moments I had with him, parts that stand out to me too are also just the parts that were not music.
Yeah.
It was really like real life lived. There's the part that everybody can see right in front of them that doesn't always need to be pronounced and talked.
Right.
There's the part that was just like, yo, this is the dude that I would hit up just to go to the comic store with. This is the dude I would hit up when I'm going to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
It goes in waves where I feel the pain of and it's real deep.
Same.
It's real deep and it sucks.
He looked the up to you, Thundercat, bro.
right?
Like, just on some musician shit.
Exactly.
Like, he loved, he was inspired. Just the same way we were inspired by him, man.
And he was actually, he seemed happy.
Yes.
He actually, and even
No,
Jimmy,
he was happy. He was
Jimmy
happy.
could co-sign. Jimmy
That's the
co-signed
thing.
was like, I haven't
And
seen
that's-
this happy.
And that's another thing that I want people to know is how happy he was.
Yes.
This was a
happy.
mistake.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
very important.
This was a big mistake.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's what's important right now is
That shit is so sad. I don't know why, because this whole time I told you guys we know what happens in these documentaries. I don't know if it was the timing of the fact that we were just vibing and then the next clip it was reporting his death, or just everything, seeing the coroner and just knowing just not long ago there was life in that home, and to just death is just so final. And knowing how happy he was and that glow he had about him, it's just terrible, because it doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so sad, but beautiful at the same time.
I think just remembering the best parts of him and pushing that forward, keeping his name alive, because he stood for really great things. Our angel, Malcolm, you know, we gonna learn from
angel.
you. Thanks for
What a guy, man.
Thanks for all the love and the light that you gave us while you
Won't
was around.
forget it. We'll keep your fire burning.
Yep.
Love you.
Love you.
Damn, that shit make me emotional, cuz.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Fuck, man.
Stuff like that should make us emotional. We shouldn't be numb to that.
That ain't fair, bro. That ain't fair.
Now, you pushed Crash Talk back last year because of the passing of the good brother Mac Miller, and you've not spoken on it publicly at all. Did you push it back because you were grieving?
Yeah, that Mac shit, bro. To this day, I don't understand how I can't call my nigga no more. Like, innocent soul, like losing a friend to gangbanging is way different from losing a friend that's like an innocent little kid that's just super pure. Like,
what you miss most about Mac?
Just him. Alright. Man, that's my nigga, bro. I got memories with that nigga, bro. Like, I can never write a song. Damn. Yeah.
Did you give you a chance? Did you give yourself a chance to grieve?
Damn, bro.
What you mean? What you talk about? Damn, it's your feelings, man. That's real shit.
All right, yeah, I'm bounced back. Come on, man.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm bounced back. Okay.
They know that it's only my.
Sorry, I don't think I ever muted myself last time. That is so beautiful, but like, oh my gosh. Because it is true, right? Like, I think, obviously, like, his example of, like, losing, like, a friend in, like, a gangbang type death is different than an innocent soul. And it's not to say that the people who lose their life that way, like, it's any less devastating. But at the same time, it's like, it's a little easier when you have something to explain it away to. But when you have a person that just came into this world full force, so happy, and like that was the most special part about him, that was like his purpose, to bring joy and spread joy despite all of his talents aside. Like, you know, Mac Miller was put on this earth to make an impact, and he did. And that's what makes it just, it just makes it so sad, because like I said, you can't find a reason. Just like,
Space, don't wanna grow old, so I smoke just in case. She say that I glow below the waist, and the stroke is just so PGA. All I got is a little bit of space and time, draw shapes and lines of the world, baby. Tomorrow may be right around the corner, but I swear it's gonna be worth it if I make it, baby. But somewhere above you keep reaching up. It's really all it takes. But don't need nothing but today. The world is so small. Till it ain't, till it ain't, till it ain't, till it ain't. I'm building up a wall. Till it break, till it break, till it break, till it break. She hate it when I call, but it's late. I don't wanna keep you waiting. I hope I'll never keep you waiting.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 I get it wrong. That's why I wrote this song. Tell myself to hold on. I can feel my fingers slipping in a motherfucking instant, I'll be gone. Do you want it all if it's all mediocre? Staring at the wall and the wall full of posters. Looking at my dreams, who I wanna be. I guess you gotta see it to believe. Oh, I've been a fool, but it's cool, that's what human beings do. Keep your eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes. Guess there was a time when my mind was consumed, but the sun coming out now, clouds start to move. Don't tell me nothing but the truth. I'm tired, I don't gotta spare a second. Win or lose, win or lose. I don't keep count, nobody checking.
I already had plans about the future involving him. I had a pile of instruments put aside to give him. I was more excited about him than I've been in quite some time.
Well, this is what it looked like right before you fall. Stumbling around, you've been guessing your direction, except you can see it all. Now I have a name, I don't have a name, no. Who am I to blame, who am I to blame, no.
Well, it's been more than a year since Pittsburgh rapper Mac Miller has died. His family says they'll release the album that he was working on. Circles will be released next Friday, January 17th.
Miller was 26 years old when he died of an accidental overdose in 2018. According to a statement from Miller's family, he was recording a companion album to Swimming called Circles. The family said it was a complicated decision to make, but that it was important to Malcolm, his real name, for the world to hear his music. What a way to keep his little legacy going, too. I like that.
This world is so tough and dark, and life is hard. You know what I mean? That people go through on a daily basis it's like
we've seen it just become too much of a reality lately. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, but we've lost some real greats of late.
Yeah.
I mean, Mac.
Everybody's gotta go. And everybody's gonna die.
I feel like Mac was one of the first artists to really get you.
Mac was the first artist to get me. Mac was the first one that tweeted me. And it's so weird. And it's so, and just, because I listened to him since the beginning. I was like, yo, he's awesome. This guy's coolish. And then to be able to meet him and become friends with him was just like, I look up to you. Like, you know what I mean? And now we're sitting here playing beer pong.
I don't recommend the job. Do you wanna watch moving images of a person you lost, like on repeat as your job every day?
I don't know how much of a forecast I'm going to be able to make off of this song, but from what I understand, Circles here is the record that he was already working on and near the point of completion with as he was releasing Swimming. And the producer, John Bryan, that Mac had worked with...
I'm sorry, I know this is a real deep moment, but that was the longest fucking sentence I've ever heard in my entire life. Guys, this has me angry. Just like, oh, I hate it. I hate it. Oh, it's just like, I believe my thoughts until the end.
On Swimming, I guess has done his best to fill in whatever gaps were left when Mac had passed in the midst of working on this record.
I wanted to do well by him, and when I met with the family and they asked me to see it through, I remembered their faces. That's it. And
I spent the whole day in my head. Well, maybe I should wake up instead. A lot of things I regret. Why does everybody need me to stay? Oh, I hate the feeling when you're high but you're underneath the ceiling. Got the cards in my hand, I hate them.
you know, I'd hear a line of lyric that was obviously.
Again, I didn't mute my mic. That was Mac. And honestly, it brings me peace to know how happy he was in his life when he passed away. But it's also so bittersweet because he was what really felt like finally just in the place he wanted to be. You know, he was like on just the trajectory forward. It was only the beginning, and I think that's what sucks. So much missed out time that we don't have selfishly, I guess, with him. But that was a beautiful documentary. They always are. I want to do a designated music reaction to some of Mac's songs, so please leave them down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I think this was a great documentary, so shout out to Michael O'Connor. I'll make sure that I leave it linked in the description, as well as part 1 and part 2 if you missed them. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.